Hello, this is this is George, the guy from Pittsburgh, and I got an email from Art Bell Fan 4 last night, and I said, "You must be joking." And he tells me that White Troll will donate to me only if I go back to Belgab, or Sewergab, as I call it. So I sent Art Bell 4 Fan an email. Are you, you know, I almost said, "Are you crazy?" He knows, and everybody knows how much I hate and loathe that site, its owner, and everything it stands for, and every troll that's on there. And then that white crow, or should I say white troll, because that's what he truly is, an email, an inbox that's signed in the Belgad. But to me, that's not me on Belgad, but just checking my mail and whatever. I've gotten a few relatively recent emails. And told him, when you donate, you do it out of the goodness of your heart, not with stipulations, preconditions, or anything like that. And you know how much I hate this site and its owner. I'm not coming back. So, White Troll, being the true super troll that he is, puts it, "I've given you substantial donations in the past, and that's the only way I would do it." But does he do it privately? No, he posts my inbox on Sewergab. So that gives me another reason to say, screw you, Right Troll. The people that think I'm going to go back to Belgab are nuts. White Troll being one of the nuttiest. I hate everything they've done to me. They are the instigators of most of the hatred toward me, and the lies and the slander and the libel and the attacks on me and Kathy and my cats and everything else. And also trying to stop anybody from donating to me. They do that constantly. Well, I'm cleaning power strips while I'm sitting here. We're trying to clean. So that's the deal there. And then I have the other problem. I put a stop payment on a fraudulent charge, and my bank didn't stop it. Went through a lot of aggravation yesterday, trying to get them to reverse it. I got one guy at the bank on the phone who acted as if I was committing some horrible crime and trying to get a stop payment reversed, or trying to get a stop payment set up. And then I finally got someone who knew what she was doing, and it's gone off to the claims department. And it's almost enough to cover my hotel room. Now, a fan out there has told me that he is sending me $65. And if that's true, and I never know because other people promise me to do something for me and they don't do it, that will pay for the return trip. And then the money that the bank took from me, and if they return it, then I have a problem. And this is why I'm going to ask you guys to help donate for the hotel room. Because after I took out the money for 2 months' rent, because last month I was in a hurry and I couldn't see my old checkbook, what it was, I wrote a check my rent, a closed account, didn't know it, and the check bounced. So tomorrow, Tuesday, I have to pay $521 and change for 2 months' rent. And even if I get this money back, if I get the hotel room, then I've got the issue of I can't pay my $90 internet bill. And the money that Auburn was supposed to give me for cat food, I had to use that out of the money from the Art Bell book I sold and buy food and cat litter and live on for the rest of the month because I was out of money. So then I can't pay my internet bill if I get the hotel room. And if I don't get the hotel room and pay my internet bill, then I have no hotel room. A hotel room is $240, which can change. It's not $241, and ironically, it's roughly the same as my rent. Now, this will leave me at going to this Alien Con, which was not expected. This will leave me absolutely broke the rest of the month. I'll have food to eat. The cats have food. Part of what I spent was money with Chewy and money at Walmart and money at Target. And the canned food is here. So I'll have canned food for the kitties. And by the way, I have 3 new subscribers. Token Albino, Mr. Panda, and Kate or Q3. I can't read my own writing. Thank you for subscribing. Click on the bell to be notified of new videos, please. And I appreciate your subscribing. And I had a major problem with the bank in the bank yesterday. I'm not going to go into that. But today I talked to the executive officers when they open at 8 o'clock, and some yahoos on the curb woke me up at 2 a.m. That's why I'm awake. And it's 80 degrees in here, even with the door open and the fan on. And I run too many fans. It's too noisy here. So White Troll makes stipulations. I will only give this money if you come back to Belgium. When he knows full well I hate Belgab, I hate Envy, I hate I hate Little Chris, I hate Bardell and any of the other, and Sheffus, the evil Sheffus, who came into my chat last night with a new name, Cheffus, or Cheapest, or whatever the hell it is. And I hate these people with a passion because they have lied and slandered me and gone after Kathy and attacked my cats and my integrity and all that for years because they're obsessed. And the evil Cheffus said last night he would see me at Alien Con. Well, he said the first Alien Con, it was all BS, that he was going to go to Alien Con and kick my ass. And he claimed he was going to be there, and he claimed he was standing right across from me while I watched everybody was standing across me, and no one came over while I was sitting down and talking to a beautiful young lady who wanted to use my iPhone, my charger, because her iPhone had died. And I said, sure, no problem. And 2 Santa Clara policemen were standing there too. So if he was there, he got no opportunity to kick my ass. But like many trolls, they're all talk and no walk, because a lot of them are cowards. So that's it. I came home, I went out and got something to eat, and then I went to the Chinese restaurant. I'm done with that Chinese restaurant because the woman is truly weird. Earlier in the week, I went to her in the afternoon when she should have been open. She had the open sign on, and I go in there and sit down. I have my chow phones. I'm sending a hot meal for change that isn't out of the microwave. And she says, I can't serve you any food. Why not? No cook. Where's the cook? He's at the market. I go in last night. The open sign is lit. She has a neon sign window. It says open. 2 white females were sitting there. I guess they were waiting for their order. And she goes, cannot serve you. We close. And I said, it's always craziness with you. I'm not coming in here anymore. You've got the open sign on. And I left and went up to the Mexican restaurant and spent $15 with a tip on a burrito and rice and beans and cheese and guacamole and salsa and water, because I really had to sit down and get off the bed and get out of here for a while to keep my damn sanity. And so that's crazy. To have an open sign and tell somebody they're not open, even though your door is wide open and unlocked. your lights are all on, and people are sitting there waiting for you, and you're telling me you're closed. So I've been going to that restaurant on and off for 12 years. I ain't going there no more. And it's nuts. So anyway, so I'm asking again. Oh, there's another issue. Billy Joe McGrady came in here and started saying, I would donate, but it says you're in Afghanistan. So I donated $1 to myself through Super Chat, and I looked at my bank account. That went through absolutely fine with no problem. I'm in Afghanistan. And then Zoe Langford sent me through PayPal $10. And you know what? It didn't go to Kabul. It went into my PayPal account, and it's being transferred today into my checking account. And there's nothing about Afghanistan. Hi, Sheba and Muffy. Yes, it is happening now. I'm live. I'm sitting here in my hallway, and I am roasting because it's very hot in here. And I can't run the fans because they make too much noise in the video. And I'm cleaning a power strip. And almost, now this went from, it's still sticky though for some reason. Very dirty to cleaning. Yeah, I had a bag of Finnish coffee that almost finished me. And here's the bag of Finnish coffee. And at the bottom of the bag is a slit, which you may or may not be able to see. It's somewhere, right about where that arrow is. And when I pulled it out of the bag, now the bag is full of coffee. I'm only keeping this to see if eventually I get an analysis of it. The guy wrote me a very long email, how sorry he was, how he and his cat were crying, and he sent coffee to people, and I gave him the benefit of the doubt. Maybe it got opened at the store when they were unpacking. Someone said that. I don't know. All I know, I drank a cup, and about 10 minutes later, a giant fist hit my stomach. I felt nauseous, and I very seldom get nauseous for anything unless I have stomach flu. Well, that one's clean. That was dirty. And, or at least as clean as it's going to be. I don't put liquid in the socket. So 4 parts are clean. And my mouth is still numb. My lips are still numb. And we all know about the Canaan coffee trick. Like, oh, Canaan coffee trick. That's the 3rd time this week. So my throat started clenching up. It was on fire. And I kept coughing up clear mucus. And I was also dizzy. And I walked down the hallway to take a shower. I was all hot after my live broadcast. Got in the shower, and my knees went like this. And I started to fall in the bathtub because both knees turned like rubber. And by 4:30, I said, I've had enough. I don't know what this stuff is. I drink 1 cup. Now, this is my coffee. This is Dunkin' Donuts coffee. It's not hot, though. The coffee maker, it was on, but it did not keep the coffee very well after I made a pot of coffee. But that's okay. And so I called the ambulance. They took me to John Muir, and they gave me what they said was a 3-way cocktail, some horrible tasting stuff. They said, go back to the coffee. And I got out at 9:30 in the morning, missed the bus. They filmed the construction of Bart video, got to Target, had an employee grab my cat food, and I said, what are you doing? Well, I'm helping you. Don't help me. I don't have time for helping. I can grab my own cat food. And it was like talking to Patty. She grabbed it 5 times. And I told her 5 times, leave it, leave it, leave it alone, leave it alone, leave it alone. And at every employee in Target, when I'm running on the wheelchair, can I help you? Can I help you? Can I help you? Can I help you? No, leave me alone. I'm too stressed. I don't need your help. I need help. Put out a signal flare or something. So I called the manager of this Walnut Creek store today and said, look, I don't want her censored. I don't want her suspended. I don't want her written up. I don't want her told to go home. Just tell her this is not what you do to someone. And she's, well, they're trained to help people when they check stuff out. Yeah, I said, look, I got bad knees and a bad back and bad feet, but I can still lift my box of Friskies. I just can't walk very well. So, and I now have, if you can see it, somewhere, something's sliding. Oh, I've got the speaker attached. Hold on. I now have the stack of Friskies somewhere. Can you see the stack of Friskies? Where is this? I won't go that far. Well, anyway, over there is a stack of Friskies. There's less what I fed the cats last night. 64 cans of Friskies. And and Chewy is sending me another 32. So I have enough for 3 weeks for the kitties. And the kitties are more important. And this guy from Finland now says he's sending me batteries and 2 more cans of cat food. Now, the thing with the cat food, there was nothing wrong with cat food. It was sealed. The kitties loved it. But I'm afraid to accept anything from this guy. So, as for the Finns, well, my only knowledge of the Finns, to be honest with you, other than it's bloody cold out there in the winter, is their valiant fight against the Russians in World War II. And they have Helsinki for a lot of peace talks. That's my total Finnish knowledge. I don't know anything about Finland. And nothing against Finnish people. And this guy, it may be totally innocent of anything, but I ain't drinking the coffee again, that's for sure. So, and the Dutch, well, the Dutch have struggled and been, I don't know if they got invaded in World War I, but of course, in World War II, the whole country was taken over by the Germans, and thousands of Dutch starved to death. So I have an affinity somewhat for the people of Holland, for what they suffered. Let's see, 1940, 78 years ago. So, and I would love to go to Amsterdam one day. And of course, being a military historian of sorts, Arnhem and Nijmegen and Grave, which the American paratroops called Gravy, and see the Market Garden route, and get a vehicle and travel on the Market Garden route and see where maybe the German tanks were and where Monty screwed up, which he did. All right. Hello, be silly. And be nice, be silly. I was not mean yesterday. I had meanness created on me in more ways than one. So, and by the way, Sheba and Muffy and Lisa give the babies a hug. She has very cute kitties. And I like Sheba very much. And I don't, every time I see Muffy's sleeping and Sheba's eating. That's what they do. And she does live videos. And I looked up your camera, by the way, your Logitech camera, and it's on my list now. I hope it works for the Mac, but I want to go live kitty cam by the end of the year. Well, where I will make the bed, and there is a security cover for those cameras, or at least some of the Logitech, and I will have a light on, and I will put it on probably the filing cabinet somehow. There's even a magnetic thing for the Logitech camera. And as long as you have a USB port, I'd have to have a really long USB cable. I guess I could charge it and then, or maybe get another, how did I do that? Maybe get a 50-foot outdoor cord and run it from the power strip to the Logitech camera, and that way power it and get a very long anchor cable to charge it, and you'd see live kitty cam and live sleep cam. So, and as for Vera, I never heard of this guy. found another plushie. Now, I love my plushies. They're my plushies. They're my Charmanders. They're my whatever they are. And this says Pokemon Canvas. I can't read this. And by the way, Kathy got me this from a store in Sun Valley Mall, and this was made in China, and it's all sorry about that, all Chinese on the back. And this is from the Pokemon Center, but I'm not sure which Pokemon this is. He's just very cute, and unlike her, I keep the tags. And Kathy gave this to me, so I would never get rid of this. This is my Kathy. This is my baby. My sweetie gave this to me. So he will go. Now I have 4 Charmans or Charmeleons or Charizards sitting there. And that's part of what I am. And he offered me $250. And I go, well, I'll order you a Charmeleon and sign that. And he goes, I only want the ones in the background of your videos. Well, you're not getting the ones in my background, and neither is anybody getting my alien heads. It's mine. Why do you want my stuff? If you want to help me out, then help me out. If you don't want to help me out, or you make conditions on it, don't make conditions. And I told White Troll, I said, I never would take your money if you were last donor on Earth because it would be tainted money. You want to help someone out, you help them out of the goodness of your heart. Not, I'm going to make stipulations and preconditions and all of that. So, and I told Art Bell Fan 4, you know how much I hate Belgab or Sewergab and envy its evil owner and all the trolls and all the grief they've caused me and aggravation and acid reflux and sleepless nights and the attacks on me, Kathy, my cats. I am never going back to Belgab. I've said that over and over, but this White Crow is obsessed with, you need to come back. And I got other people, come back to Belgab. Why would I come back to a site that attacks me every day, every moment of the day, every second of the day? These people are nuts. Now, as to AlienCon, I will have, when they refund my money, $240.27. The hotel room, and I wrote it down somewhere. I don't know where I wrote it down. I have a book with all these things written in, all my passwords. I'm slowly filling this book up because I can't remember it anymore. And somewhere, I wrote down, God, it's hot over here. I need to get I think, I need someone to donate one of those, what are those things called? Dyson fans where they don't make any noise, because then I get a fit. All right, the hotel room is exactly, because I called the Sheraton. I canceled my reservation for Thursday and Friday because I can't afford it. It's $240.77. So, folks, I need donations for my hotel room. I will be sitting on a train for 11.5 hours. I have enough money for the train fare on the way back. I looked at the airfare and I said it's so much money, and then they said to check one piece of luggage was $56 more, and I go like, are you crazy? That was on Spirit Airlines. So I am not. Oh, that made it dark. Dark. I am not going on by air. That means I will be doing, oh boy, 26 hours of train travel. They go to this. This is why other people, when they work, they have money. When I worked, I had multiple credit cards. I got to charge all this crap. I don't have that now. And I can't make any payments on any of my bills, except I made a payment on Capital One for $35 so I could have food. And I can pay, if this fellow is really sending me $65, I'll have enough to pay for the train fare to come back home. Luckily, everybody. The train goes right to beautiful downtown Martinez, about 8 blocks from here, and I can walk home and stagger into bed, and then Kathy will get to go home. But she won't go home the next morning, and then you'll probably see me take a shower, collapse bed, feed my cats, and then when I wake up, come back online live. But if I get on the train and I don't see PayPal donations, then I don't see any point in going live. And I am going to do one thing if I stop going live. And another thing, if my internet bill gets cut off, of course, needing $90, you won't see me live. You won't see anything. And I went to my whole bank account, and somehow I'm $8 different than they. And eBay gave me a coupon for a free book. And I used the coupon and used the code, and my PayPal account got charged $4.83 anyway. So I got to call PayPal in the morning. So this is what's going on. I need donations, and you've known about this for 8 months, and no one wants to donate. Now, some have donated to Super Chat, and I appreciate that, but I never get it. And I sent myself $1 in Super Chat, and it said PayPal help. No, Google help when you donate to Super Chat. So it actually worked, and I tried to send myself $1 to PayPal, and that didn't work for my paranormal, the guy from Pittsburgh Paranormal and news site, and it kept deleting the credit card number, which I don't understand. So, and I will look this guy up when I get the chance. Well, that's another thing. The doctor, he did one thing very odd. I'm not going to say what it is. When he was examining me, and I went, "What?" And he examined my hernia, or so what I thought, and he said, and they did an ultrasound. They said there's no hernia there. I'm going, well, then why am I? And I had pain in my male equipment, severe pain at the time. And that's now gone. So I don't know what's going on. Now, I go to the doctor on Monday, my regular doctor, and I'm going to say, I'm having this problem. And I'm still having the problem in my hands. I will never play the piano again or the violin. And so I'm puzzled because my groin was incredibly sensitive and painful. When he touched it, I practically jumped off the gurney, and yet they couldn't find anything wrong. So I don't know. So, well, this coffee didn't go through my colon. They gave me 3 things to drink, and they were like Maalox, and they called it a 3-way cocktail. And it tasted horrible, but it stopped the cramps, stopped the nausea, and they gave me a pill for nausea. Put it under my tongue. I was no longer nauseous, but I had just eaten Salisbury steak and green beans and mashed potatoes, and I've never had a problem with that before. In fact, just thinking it makes my stomach hurt. And stress, And so 10 minutes after I drank a cup of coffee, I was deathly ill, and an hour and a half later, I had called an ambulance. So I don't know what the hell that was. And I've never heard of anybody getting coffee from Finland and getting sick from it. I've never heard anybody getting coffee in Finland. I didn't know they had coffee in Finland. Where would they get coffee in Finland? They have to bring it into Finland, I guess. And my friend Justin grows coffee in Guatemala, and he has sent me about 4 bags of coffee over the years. I'm very grateful, and it's great coffee. It's a little strong, but it's good coffee. So when I get on to Amtrak, and by the way, the return fare will be $72 and change. That was the fare to go down. Ironically, if I didn't have more than 1 bag to carry, and I won't be able to buy my new tripod, I'll have to carry the old junky tripod. I could have taken the plane both ways, but I didn't want to deprive people of seeing me on the train for 13 and a half hours. And by the time the 13 and a half hours is over, I'm going to be going, ooh. And the other thing is, I looked at the how to get to Pasadena from Union Station, and I go, I'm carrying a bag, my cane, and a backpack, and a tripod that hopefully will fit in the Macintosh bag. And it's 10 o'clock at night, and I don't know LA, and I'm an old guy walking around the cane for 4/10 of a mile to get to the bus. And then when you get to Pasadena, you go what Pasadena, you go what 7/10 of a mile. And that's kind of scary in downtown LA because I don't know what kind of evil people might be lurking to waylay someone like me. So I'm going to see if I can afford Uber. I did a test and the Uber will work, and I got online with Amtrak, and I said, I looked on the Union Station site. They got history, they got tours, they got cafes, they got this, they got that, but nowhere on the site does it say that they have Wi-Fi in the station. And I said, if I had the money, I would hire Gilbert Gottfried to do a video. Hello, do you have Wi-Fi in Union Station? And if not, why not? And she laughed, and I said, everything is on there. Every single thing is on there, but nothing about internet. I said, who designed the website? They said, there's even tours of Union Station, but nothing about you can use your cell phone or your Mac or your iPad or your MacBook, or your Android phone in Union Station. I'm going to the whole site. There's nothing. Yeah, we have Wi-Fi. I said, yes, we have Wi-Fi, or we have no Wi-Fi, and we have no bananas either. And she laughed again. So I'm going crazy. I'm looking through everything. And they said, and there's an article saying in 2015, Metrolink will have Wi-Fi in all its stations, and they're still building some stations with the Wi-Fi. It depends on how long it gets through the tunnels, and it will be in Union stations. But like BART, they had free Wi-Fi in BART, and they got rid of it, and they're too cheap. And so I wanted to make sure they had Wi-Fi. And I'm going to print a map. I know exactly how far it is. It's about a 20-mile drive. And I can call Uber and pay $16. And on the way back, I'll take public transportation. So I wish I could have flown back because I'm really going to be exhausted, particularly if I don't have a hotel room. Now, the only advantage is if I don't get a hotel room and I cancel it when I get there and just sit in the lobby until they chase me out and sit somewhere on the steps of the Sheraton until the police rouse me from loitering, then at least I can pay my internet bill and have $140 in my pocket to come back, and I can put a payment on a couple of my bills and have about $30 left. So then I'll be absolutely broke for June, and then I'll be behind on my credit cards for July, and I'll have to say my bank screwed me out of money, and I don't understand it because I looked through all my charges and everything, and after I took the $521 and change out for the rent, I didn't spend that much. So where'd the money, since I started with $244.25 ahead at the beginning of the month before my check came in the bank, then why am I broke? And I don't get it. And I ran down the whole list of stuff on my checking account, and I wrote it down, everything I've bought, and I still don't understand it. And so I've got to have my iPad insurance to pay. So Finland has declared war on me. Uh-oh. Those airplanes with the swastika on it, they still have them, will be bombing my apartment at any minute. The air raid siren is 2 blocks away. I'm sure that will go off at any minute. And I can just see CNN and Fox News. And today, Finland declared war on the guy in Pittsburgh. Of course, I'll have to get my cats to wake up. Little girl is sleeping on the Steelers blanket, and Fuzzy is sleeping on the blue blanket, which is covering my foot pillow, and I'll have to get them in their helmets and ban the aircraft guns. So now I was really dumbfounded by somebody sending me anything from Finland, because I'm going like, I've looked at my list of people, and it breaks down where people are watching it. I don't think I've ever seen Finland show up on the analytics. So I'm really amused by that. So okay, now I don't know. I forgot to type my word here. Hold on. So anyway, I need help, guys and girls, and that's on. That didn't work. And Lisa, please send me an email one day, because when I do have money later in the year, I would like to send your kitties something, not Amazon. So, oh my God, I got to turn the fan on. It's just getting hot. Ugh. I don't have the light to tell you how hot it is in here, and that won't reach over the water cooler. But it looks like it's 80 or 85 in here right now. I figure 4 in the morning, that's 85 degrees in here. Yeah, well, what I'm going to do is go into a different branch of Wells Fargo later in the week. Take the bus. It's free between 10 and 2. Sit down and speak to a banker. I've already asked them to print large print statements. I'll get down on the 8th so I can see what I'm doing. And it's really hard for me to see the screen in my bank account on this 13-inch MacBook. Now, in the old days of Apple II, I could hook it up to a projector screen and project the thing on the wall if I had wall space projected. And I do have the HDMI adapter for this, and I would have to figure out how to do that with a Sony and mirror the Sony. I've done it once. I did it with my other Mac. Use the Sony as a giant monitor, and I can see what I'm doing. Part of this is not being able to see, and part of this is stress. Well, I can take this myself. I just have to know. One of the things they did, they charged me $31 for this stop payment thing, and then I got it back, and it doesn't show up anywhere on my screen. It disappeared. And just got off the phone at Wells Fargo with a lady, and she kept saying it's on there in the 31st. I said, no, it's not. Where did it go? So I raised hell about that too. The guy, well, you stop this, so there's no guarantee. And then the other lady I talked to said, yeah, if you do a stop payment, they're supposed to stop it. And so later, once Alien Con is over, I am, like I've said, I'm never doing this again. Unless I have the money to pay for my own hotel room, to pay for my own tickets, pay for the autograph sessions, or whatever. And of course, the even harder one to go to is the thing in the desert that's going on right now. I talked to the lady at Amtrak. I made her laugh, and I said the other one's in Indio, and she said, "Oh my God, yeah, there's nothing going Indio." So you'd have to take Amtrak to a certain point and take a bus. And that place is so far out in the desert that there's no way to get there if you don't have a car. It would be almost impossible for me to get there. And Abram says he will come by Thursday. But I wrote him an email saying, you know, that money you didn't give me, why to dip into the Art Bell Fund for selling my book, and this is why I have this song. Because right now it's absolutely true to pay for cat food, cat litter, and food for me because I'm broke. So that $90 would have paid my internet bill. And he was going to give me $25 for kitty food, which would have gotten me a week's worth of kitty food, but it really screwed me up. So, and by the way, on the links in this video is my Amazon wish list. And if you don't want to give me cash because you're afraid it might go to a terrorist in Afghanistan, yes, I am Abdul, the guy from Kabul, and you can send me money, infidel dogs. Then go to my wish list link, which is up there, and send me a case of 32 cans of Friskies, which cost, I don't know what it costs at Amazon. I know when I go to Walmart, it's $14.01 and or 14 something, and then by the time I pay the tax, it's $16.01 for 6 days of kitty food. And there's a bunch of other stuff on there too. But I've got 3 or 4 different kinds of Friskies listed on my wish list. And thank you, Lisa, for suggesting it. So I have all my peripherals with me like this, and cables, and all in my backpack, and I'll have everything in my bag, and I'll have changes of clothing and socks, toothbrush, toothpaste, shaving cream, razor, instant coffee, somehow carry creamer. I don't know if I'll be able to afford food. It's going to be a fun month. And by the way, Lisa, I want to send your kitties the dreaded cat pizza. But I can't do that without an address. So I need your address. Later in the year, I'll have more money, and I won't be going through Poverty Row anymore. I want to send your cute babies their very own cat pizza. Unless Sheba can't do catnip, because Sheba has health issues. She's on a special diet, except that she is able to eat popcorn, which amuses the hell out. I'm not supposed to eat popcorn, but the cat's eating popcorn. I used to have another boop, and my boop, she was a boop, not Betty Boop, and she would eat planter peanuts out of a jar, salted peanuts, and she would eat barbecue potato chips out of the bag. So I always thought that was funny. And the boop that died with Kathy and my boop, she would drink. It drove Kathy nuts, and I said, you got to realize you need to get a different glass. You have your glass, and you have the kitty glass, and you get a small glass for kitty glass, and you get your glass and the big glass, and you put down the kitty glass, because Boop wants mommy water, and Boop wants mommy milk, and Boop would come over, and when Kathy would put down her milk on the floor, she'd be sitting watching TV on the carpet or next to the bed, and Boop would come over and start lapping the water or the milk. And Kathy'd go, I can't drink that. The cat drank out of it. And I said, it won't kill you, but go get another glass. And she never did, like, she didn't listen to me a lot. I said, get a separate glass. That's a Boop glass. Then Boop will have mommy milk or mommy water, and you'll have your milk or water. But Boop wants water because it's your water. And I always thought it was cute, but also kind of funny. So, excuse me, it was ungodly hot last night, too. I went out to feed the cats, and Talkie and Tiny One ran across the street and were waiting for me, and so I gave them half a can, and Orangey showed up, and Pretty One showed up, and so I gave no gray, no squeakies. I don't know where they are. And I fed the 3 downstairs, and they were hungry. My neighbor who feeds them, they're gone for 3 days. So, and when I came back, I got on the phone with Kathy, and in a few minutes, I was absolutely soaked in here. So, I think I will be glad in one respect to go to AlienCon. I'll be on an air-conditioned train. I'll be in an air-conditioned hotel and hopefully an air-conditioned convention center. So I'll get some relief from death heat. And as we approach summer, it's going to get worse in here. So you may see me doing. You'll probably see me doing, if my internet gets cut off, you'll see me doing videos at Starbucks. And I'll sit there till 7 o'clock, and then I'll come back in here and take a shower, feed the cats, and roast, and deal with the internet later if I have to. And if I'll wind up having to pay them 2 months down the house, that's $180. I'll do it. And then I'll probably fire up my Apple IIe and just play a lot of Tigers in the Snow. I can't get the wizardry to work right. I don't know why. I'm doing something wrong, or it wants a backup disk, and I don't remember how to do it. I knew all this when I had all this Apple II software. And the one MacBook I was bidding on that I put up thinking I could buy it, and of course I can't now. I bid up to $76. It's now $102.50. And the other one, it's a very low bid, and I might yet win it because no one's bidding on it. So I hope I can win it. I can afford the bid. Free shipping. So that's it. Later in the year, I'll have more money, and I won't go through this nonsense. But I ain't going no more paranormal conventions. Now, there is another thing. If I don't get donations, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do live chat. There'll be invitation only, and I won't require these people to donate. It will be people like Aaron, Justin, Jeremy, and where Jeremy is. I wrote an email. I haven't heard from him. And Zoe and CR and Chris, who have donated to me, been friendly to me, and very nice to me, and supportive. And you can set up a private live video, and they're all invited. And that's how I'll only do live videos. If people aren't going to support this channel financially, I'm not going to do live videos for free anymore. It really bugs me that people, and it's this garbage about I'm in Afghanistan, which is totally. So that's it. Now I'm surprised anyone is up at 4 o'clock in the morning, wherever you are. You must be as hardy a soul in the sense as I am. I'm trying to get all these windows open for Facebooks and everything. Facebook and everything. I can't believe it. Sites I was looking for, trying to find the stupid, also the dumb directions of how to get to Pasadena on a bus. All right, now let's see. Oh, I did photos again. Damn it. All right, I've shut off the music. I don't understand where the sound. It might be I'm talking a lot. Hold on. And you hear me. All right, I'm pausing if my mouth's dry, and I'm still worn out. That whole thing in the hospital wore me out. The aggravation at the bank, and all this other aggravation. Yeah. You have to throw in $1. You have to throw in $1 6 weeks. Scrounge up 34 bottles and throw in $1. That's my condition to get into the private chat. You'd give me $1 of your hard-earned dumpster money. Yeah, you'll be in there. Pain in the ass. I'll invite you. I hadn't thought of that, but there's a way to do it, but it's a real pain. You've got to type in all of the email addresses and then separate them by a comma. And that's a lot of work. So, now, when I get the live kitty cam, when I get more money and work on getting our Prius finally and getting another car, and I'm going to doctor to basically demand Monday in part, I want you to sign the paperwork so I got my license back. I want to be able to drive. I will pay for the T-Mobile live streaming on my iPad, and I will save up for another iPad because I really need a backup iPad. And then save up or try to buy another MacBook, a newer MacBook, a new Mac, and a Go camera. All these devices will cost money. I'm not going to ask anybody for donations, but if someone wants to give me an older MacBook or iPad that works, I'll gladly take it. And then you could see me live at Starbucks in Pleasant Hill at 3 in the morning. I'd take the bus there, and they're open 24 hours. They're the only Starbucks I know that's open 24 hours a day. And next door until about 4 in the morning is Nations with great hamburgers and fries. So you could see me sitting there and eating and drinking coffee and maybe a strawberry milkshake. And I'd be there at 2 a.m. and sit there till about 5 until the buses start running again, go back home, go to sleep. But if I had my own license, my own car, I could drive around, and I still intend to put the iPad Pro in the thing, and then I would pull over. I would not do a live video and try to drive at the same time, but I can pull the car over into a rest stop or off the road somewhere. Okay, I'm out in the middle of nowhere, and there's this weird light behind me. And what's it doing? I've never thought about that. The aliens, your car engines go out, your radio goes out, but does that affect Wi-Fi or satellite internet if you're in a mobile home? I've never heard of anybody in a motorhome being abducted by an alien. Maybe they don't understand motorhomes. I have yet to see anything in the literature. Oh, now my arm's hurting. That's the first time that's hurt in like a week, and now maybe I'm typing too much or something. I don't know. Um, do they abduct people in motorhomes? I'll have to ask Linda about that. I'll ask Linda Walton Howe in an email. I did a live chat tonight. It got me thinking, what happens when you get abducted and probed? And do they abduct people in a Winnebago, let's say, or one of those other motorhomes? They're far more expensive than anything I could ever afford, unless I went to bother. Where they pull the thing out, you got a 3-bedroom house on wheels. So I wonder about that. Yeah. Well, remember, my day never ends. It's just a 24-hour day broken up by moments of sleep, anxiety, stress, and sometimes sheer terror. And also a lot of puzzlement, like, I got up, I can't remember why I got up. Why am I in the kitchen? A lot of that lately, and I hate it. Or I put something down. Tonight I was having my burrito sandwich, which is a piece of chicken rolling with some mustard and a tortilla, uncooked. I set it down, and then I spent 5 minutes going, where did I set it down? One, and then two, I can't see where I set it, which is why I'm going to probably want to go into. And I'm so mad at my doctor. And I had somebody ask me, "Are you going to sue your doctor?" And I said, "Yeah, probably if I can find someone to sue her." So I put the thing down on the former Mac table, and it blended in with all the debris, and I couldn't see it. So this is why I like going to restaurants. They bring me food that I can see on a plate. Oh, God help me. But when we had a car and Kathy was here or Kathy was in Pittsburgh, she would drive over here at night and we'd go to that Starbucks at 11 o'clock and I'd do a video and she'd go to Nations and get a burger and we'd sit there and eat burgers together. And that was one of the things when it got too hot to be in either apartment, she'd drive all the way down here. We'd go to Nations in Pleasant Hill and have our burgers and our strawberry. She loves the strawberry tarts, except that they have a bad habit of putting bad strawberries. And by the way, I got some Driscoll strawberries. The first half of the box, it was great. The second half of the box, a couple of strawberries were rotten. And the rest of them, the bulk of them, I cut with a knife, and I would have needed to be Wolverine. These things were like rocks. And no matter how much I sawed at them, I couldn't cut the stem off. And I bit into them, and it was like chewing on a rock. And I said, what the hell's wrong with these strawberries? I never had a strawberry that was like rocks before. So there's an 800 number. They got, questions or difficulties, call them up. So I'm going to call them up on Tuesday and say, why am I getting rocky strawberries? So it always seems to be something. And I was going to go vacuum this weekend, and I guess whenever the cats get out here, now little girl loves to sleep in the bed, and so does Fuzzy when she's not sleeping in the cat scratcher. So I got to shake these kitties up. I hope so too. They'll probably settle, and they'll probably offer me a new surgeon, and they'll redo the surgery, and I have no problem with that. But I want some compensation for all the aggravation and grief I've put up with. And this will take a long time because they'll fight any lawsuit, and I have to file a grievance first. And once the doctor gets the grievance, she'll know that there's the step of being sued. And UCSF has a lot more money than I could ever have, being a state agency, state university. But I maybe can impress upon some attorney to take my case. Poor old senior is half blind because the doctor screwed up and switched surgeons. And I still don't know if the two cysts in his eye have gone away. Let me put the steroid drops in my eye and the other drops. I've been doing that religiously, and there's no improvement in my eyesight. Now I can see this book, and I can see the print on this book because it's large enough to see. But the print in the book, unless I get a really bright light, I can't see it. Oh, by the way, I watched a video tonight while I was in the Mexican restaurant. It was not a video; it was a ad for some guy running for governor, and I was amused. They said, "We will fight to defeat Trump." So this was a guy, a Democrat, and another guy. They were all going affordable health care and affordable housing. And one guy said, I will protect gun laws, and that amused me. Is a Democrat protecting gun laws, or does that mean you'll protect the anti-gun laws? But their all mantra is like lockstep is they're all against Donald Trump. So we do have some Republicans who might actually have a chance to win because a lot of people are fed up. So you'll probably see me popping up in the next few weeks because I won't be able to sleep because I'm stressed out or can't sleep. Or what woke me up tonight was the sidewalk idiots at 2 a.m. I was sound asleep. No, he hadn't apologized. But he says you can be over your Thursday with $30. So to me, that will be apology enough. Um, he says he'll be here Thursday, and if it happens, it happens. Here is catnip scratcher remnant. If you ever wondered what catnip scratcher cardboard and dust looks like, there it is. All right. I gotta sweep this floor though. For one thing, it's full of catnip cardboard remnants. So, yeah. Well, if he comes over here and Thursday he's willing to do it, doesn't have to go to work, or doesn't have. A lot of times he comes in here like it's like the Phantom. He comes in, hands me $25. I gotta go, and there he goes. So we don't get any live streaming. I'm not mad at him. I'm disappointed because he promised to do it good. Oh yeah, excuse me. My sinuses have been going crazy tonight. Uh, I looked in the weather thing and it said the weather for Palma is fair at best. So, um, I hate this. By the way, I'm gonna at some point buy probably a used iPhone. What I really want is an iPhone, the red iPhone 7. I don't need the 8. I don't need the 10. Just need it for calling Uber and looking up the weather and calling people. And then 6 weeks could call me on he could call me on a reliable phone that would work because I never had a problem making a phone call on my iPhone. So we'll look at getting that in January. And then I'm more than happy to give out my iPhone number. I don't care who calls me. But I would give it out at first only to people that I know. 6 week, Lisa, um, Aaron, um, Zoe, Chris, Justin, Jeremy, Abram. I probably wouldn't get Dart Bell Fan for because sending me that Wycro email was kind of trollish, I feel. And give my phone number to George Norrie and Tommy Danheiser. And I'm sure there's more names I'm not thinking of right now. Then you can call me on the iPhone live. This is the guy from Pittsburgh. Please deposit $10. I need the money. I have a girlfriend. I need gas for my 4x4 when I get it. And one reason I want to put that iPad in there. Now I'll probably have some kind of webcam or something. I have to look at what you can put in the car. I know they have one of the guys do dash cam videos in the car, but they're not live. I want to see if there's any way to do live dash cam. And then I thought, imagine if I'm driving and you see the thing live all the way there from Vegas, and I'm driving with Abram, or I get 6 weeks to get on the D train and find a way to get out of Denver, and we go to Area 51, and you see the whole trip. Now, one guy did that from Las Vegas to Pahrump at 60 miles. He fast forwarded it, and it was like 12 minutes of driving. So go to Area 51. Yeah, I didn't think about that Skype call. See, I'm when I get tired, I'm out of here. Skype calls live during my streams. Yes, of course I would restrict. I'm not going to have the Evil Chef's call. I'm not going to have White Troll call. Um, you know, you know what? That thing is bright. I presume so, considering it's across from the Sheraton Hotel and it's in the convention center. I would assume that it's every convention center I've ever had has some kind of security, because you never know if there's crazies that show up at these events. And remember, David Duchovny's going to be there, Billy Mumi, Marta Kristen, I'm sure with Giorgio Tsoukalos, Eric Von Däniken, Nick Pope, Linda Moulton Howe, and the guy from the X-Files. They're going to have security. They're going to have cops. They're going to have somebody. I don't need private security. If there's a problem, I'm going to talk to security, because I'm going to say this guy has threatened me in the past, the evil chef is, and just let them make aware of it. But if someone were to try to attack me out in the mood I'm in now, I'll beat the crap out of them. I'm good in my fist, though, and they'll just hurt my hands like hell for weeks afterwards. And if I get them on the ground, they're in trouble. I'll sit on them. They won't get up for a while. I'll just keep going like this and bouncing on them with all the force my weight can take on them. Well, you know what? That's another thing. 4chan there's some interesting things on 4chan, but 4chan is mostly trolls and dark web type people. And if they start anything with me, then I'll just complain to hotel or convention security, and I'm sure you can be ejected from an event for disrupting the event. And even if you're a member of the convention has the right to tell you to leave. And people have been ejected from conventions before for behavior like that. And I've gone to enough conventions that I know con security, and I know the security at the events. I'm not really worried about that. If it starts screwing me enough, I'll just go talk to. There are security people. There were security people at AlienCon. The AlienCon security. There were hotel security, and there were the police. And I'm sure for this event there will be policemen on site with all the people. There's going to be thousands of people. We're not talking 400 or 500 here. We're talking like 10,000. So now, in future conventions, I'm not going to announce I'm going. You just see me show up. I'll transport in there. And, hello, this is the guy from Pittsburgh. I'm live on the scene as aliens attack AlienCon. And you'll see it live streaming on my iPad or whatever, and they won't know I'm there. I won't announce I'm going. That's how you solve the problem of a troll showing up unannounced. You just don't tell them you're going. Yeah, well, the mysterious man from the east. I don't have a Karnak turban. The all-seeing, all-knowing mystic and soothsayer. I actually found a Karnak turban on eBay, but it was like $90. I really wanted it. I wanted to wear a Karnak turban and get the cape. And yes, the guy from Pittsburgh will provide the answers, stored in a jar on Art Bell's porch, hermetically sealed. He will divine the paranormal answers and questions that many have pondered since the dawn of time, since before there were ancient astronauts. The guy from Pittsburgh will divine the answer and amaze you with his knowledge. I don't know. I'll ask Linda. I'll ask Giorgio. I'll ask Eric Von Däniken if anybody's going to do a seance to contact her. That, to the best of my knowledge, that has not come up. So I would be willing, if I had the facilities, more than willing to I will go to Pahrump. I would be willing if I had the way to do it to go and try to contact Art beyond and see if he he could be contacted. And he would say, "Extinguish your medium," and probably not talk to anybody. I'm done with that. I'm not going to have anybody call me. What doing calling me? You're not east of the Rockies, you know. So who knows what I'll feel. If anybody were to come back, though, it would be Art. I don't remember what his feelings were of the afterlife, if he believed in it or not, and I don't know if he ever said that he would come back somehow. I don't think so. I love Misha, by the way, and well, I can't use my mother's nursing tape because I didn't look in the closet while she was dying, but the day after she died, I went in the closet in the nursing tape and the 800, the reunion for the family of her first husband, that notice that had been in her important papers was gone. And I know the family, they're in Frankfurt, but the nursing tape disappeared. I don't know if the evil housekeeper took it, or my mother gave it to somebody, or if she donated it, or I can't ask her unless I hold a séance, and I can't do it in her building. Where's the nursing tape? And that's a pity because that nursing tape was from the 30s. It would have been worth something. So I would have loved to wear the nursing cape. I wore that once to an SCA event. She got really mad that I took it out of her closet without permission. So, I just thought of something. If I get this analyzed and keep the rest of it, maybe I could sprinkle it around me in a circle, like a protection circle. Sprinkle the coffee, and the trolls be driven off by the smell of tainted coffee. Just throw it in the air like this. And that way they would drive them off. They would run in terror. You have this coffee would be in that Friday the 13th shop, where the cursed coffee bag, If you drink this coffee, bad things will happen to you. Yeah, I remember Art talking about the Ouija board, and George Norrie doesn't do the Ouija board, and I don't do the Ouija board, but there are sites out there. Yeah. Well, I never, except for little excerpts and pictures, I never saw that movie. But it was a blue felt wool nursing cape that attached right here, and it was cool. But it enveloped your whole body. It was really cool. I really liked it. It's comfortable and it felt nice. So, but my mother was a nurse. She started. Let me think here. Uh, let's see. Uh, she became a nurse in about 1937 or maybe even earlier, very young, and stopped in 1977. So I thought she was a nurse for 50 years. She was a nurse for 40 years, but still, that was her. That was her. In the old days, you got a nursing cap, and you had a pin that showed the nursing school you went to, and you had a cape. And nurses wore. If you look at old movies in the 30s, the nurses would wear their nursing capes, and it was like a cloak to a sword fighter, or a gentleman would have a cloak, and that was to donate your status, designate your not donate, sorry, designate your status in life. And these nurses were quite proud of their capes. And each nurse had a different hat style, or would have some different hat styles, because depending on what hospital they worked in or their nursing field or whatever, and it was like an insignia. So I couldn't find her nursing pins either. They disappeared. I think the housekeeper stole a lot of personal stuff. My mother had opal rings that disappeared, and And I was so angry at the housekeeper that I didn't think, and I started to fall apart after my mother died physically because we spent till May 4th. She died on April 9th, running back and forth every day cleaning out that apartment. The apartment was full of mildew, and because her bathtub had broke, the caulking around it, and the place got flooded, and we had to throw a lot of stuff out or leave it there. I brought some dishes home, and no matter how much I scrubbed them, I couldn't get the mildew off, and other things I had to throw out in the garbage. So at the cough drop. So I was very distressed, and I got screwed out of probably $10,000 when she threw away the bank statement. So my life would be a lot different if I'd had 10 grand. I'd have a new Mac for one thing, and we wouldn't be going 2 years to a car either. So anyway, now my question is, and I'll ask it on the screen. I know about 6 weeks. He never sleeps. Mhm. Keyboard's weird. I type something and it stops. What she did, all right, my mother had, I still have a thing in the bedroom, but there's nowhere to hang it around the room. She had an old shoe thing, that canvas, and it hung on her door in the bathroom on the outside of the door. And every bank statement she had for years was in that thing. And since she had an account everywhere, 7 checking accounts. When I came in the day after she died on the Tuesday or a Wednesday, I don't remember. And I came in the next day, all the bank statements were in the garbage, and there had been a big stack of credit card statements and bank statements on her desk. That was all gone. And I said, where? I called the housekeeper and I said, where are the bank statements? They're part of the estate. I need to go through them and see if there's any claims against her estate, any outstanding checks that have to be paid, and all of that. Oh, they're old. I threw them away. I said, that's the estate. I'm the executor. You have no authority to do that. And that's when I went to Citibank and found out, because my mother was signing blank checks and the housekeeper was going to the store and was filling them out instead of for $80 for 800, 500, 600, and was ripping my mother offline. And Citigroup said, we estimate after looking the account, all these checks are written out, that you got robbed between $5,000 and $15,000. And well, I hope your kid will be well, Billy. And Citibank said what you would have to do is go through. We see 5 years of this. Go through every statement and file a claim to get the money back, saying this was fraud. And the other thing, Patty of all things said, when you work for the Jewish Family Service, you're not allowed to profit over on the person you give to. And so I got 5 grand back from that, and I used that to buy the Prius. Um, but my mother owed me $2,000 when she had me buy a car and pay for it out of money that was supposed to go to pay off my. That's how my credit card ruined when I lived in Oakland. I couldn't pay my credit cards because she had me buy this Reliant, and then a few weeks after I bought Reliant, a 14-year-old kid stole it when I got sick the night before after eating a salami sandwich, the Genoa delicatessen, and got deathly ill from it. And I was so sick. I went to do a part-time thing and left the keys in the car. I didn't know it. They broke in the car and stole my car. So um, I, having been a kid once, know how it is for little kids to get sick. It's real problematical for them and the parents. But uh, if I'd had $15,000, I'll be honest with you, I would invest in Apple stock and be a lot richer than I am today. It wouldn't be on disability. I'd have a lot of money. That's one of my big regrets in the 80s. I didn't buy Apple at 50. But, all right, Billy, send me ribs. Send ribs to AlienCon, care of the front desk, Kansas City ribs. I will be hungry. Just put them in dry ice and ship them to the Sheraton Pasadena and said, they're for the guy from Pittsburgh. Send me a bucket of ribs. I have a problem with cough drops. I can never suck them all the way through. I wind up biting. But anyway, I had a fit when I found out that she had ripped off my mother. Forget it would have been my money. She'd ripped off my mother for all money. Okay, when you work for a social service agency, you're not allowed to get money from the care from the person you're caring for. It's against their rules. And the Jewish family, Patty had worked for the Jewish Family Service for caregiver, for taking care of elderly people, and she told me that. And by way of compensation, I bought her a flat screen TV and a Blu-ray player out of that money. And she still has a TV. The Blu-ray player died. Don't buy off-brand. I bought her a Sylvania or Magnavox. It died. Whereas the Sony I bought me and Kathy is still going strong. That's why I buy Sony no baloney. But so I went to the Jewish Family Service and I discussed this with them and said, this woman stole thousands of dollars and I don't have any proof for that, but she did get $5,000 from my mother. And the next day, the $5,000 was sitting there, and they said, I understand you have a sister. You'll have to tell her about it because she's entitled to some of this. So I called my sister up. You want any of this money? And she said, no, it's yours. You need the money. I have never seen Encino Man. I think it's about some Neanderthal guy. So I wouldn't know what to do. What would I do in a movie like that? I would love to do a scene where I'm in a radio station taking calls during some movie like Larry King did or Art Bell did or something like that. I could interview the Encino Man. And now today we're here at the Encino Man, and he's come back from the dawn of time to be here in modern day Los Angeles. And of course, I know many of you have questions for Encino Man, and you can call our toll-free hotline at 1-800-555-5555 and talk to Encino Man live on the air on KNX. And in a moment, we'll be back. But first, we have a word from our sponsor because we have to pay the bills. So, and if I don't think about it, I don't get nervous about it. So, something like that. And then go, we're live. And radio is easier, I think, because you're not staring at a screen and you're not getting can't talk. You're not getting self-conscious. So tell me, Encino Man, how did you come into the 21st century, and what are your plans for the future? And this is the standard silly question to ask someone who's a time traveler. And what did you do back in the year 100,000 BC What did you do for fun? What did you do? And what did you do about predators and stuff like that? Not about the predators in the movie. You know, were there any saber tooths or were there any dinosaurs? Were there any ancient aliens? Stuff like that. I don't know. They wing it. Make a list of things to ask Encino Man. And then the question is, could Encino Man talk modern day English? That's another thing. Not having seen the movie, I have no idea. So, why did you mention a movie I've never seen? And Linda's been putting out live videos like crazy, and I would love to interview Linda now. It'd be fun. Now we have my bill for my shoes. Let's see what my bill for my shoes says. Oh, it's not bad. The only problem is I'm going to call them and say I can't pay you to the first of the month because I don't have the money. The first payment is due the 20th of June. Let's see. Okay, here's what's his face, Alec Trebek, offering me insurance, final expenses. Of course, that's not going to help me if I die. I have final expenses. I'm not going to care about final expenses. Here's a U.S. Marine Corps jacket, all gray felt in the Hartford Exchange. Army, Navy, Marines, and Air Force. And goes up to 50. What is that? 54, 56. Okay, there's one. And let's see what else. Discovered coveted new U.S. currency. The all-new U.S. $2 Yellowstone Park bill. The $2 bills that no one wanted for the last 1,000 years. Nobody wants $2 bills, but these guys are selling you a $2 bill they've overprinted. And limit one per order. It's so valuable we can only sell you one $2 bill. And then there is here the Semper Fi customized men's ring. I got a neighbor across the street. I met, and he was a Marine. A neighbor below me was a Marine. Kathy's father was a Marine. That's Semper Fi. Semper Fi if you're in the Marine Corps. Always faithful. And credit agreement, bill, and the envelope. So I'm going to throw the envelope in the trash. I will call them on Tuesday and say, I can't pay this till the 1st because I have a problem in my bank. And so it'll be a one-time thing, and then I can pay you easily in July. Actually, in August after that, and then later. So, and this, of course, I have to pay the rent every month, but I have the rent money in my wallet. So, go get a money order for that on Monday at the post office. So, that's painful. $521. I cringe every time I pay rent. Rent for rent, being a rich man today. Rent women and song. I don't do booze, so it doesn't affect me. Oh, I made some black fellows crack up at Walmart. I forgot about that. They were all black. And they were filling cat food at the cat food aisle. And I'm in the wheelchair, and their carts were blocking me, so I couldn't get to the catnip. And I asked one of them to hand me the medium-sized bag of catnip. And I said, like one of them looked at me and they said, "What? Why do you give the cats catnip?" I said, "It's pot for cats," and they cracked up. So, and actually, catnip is in the same family as marijuana, so it's kitty pot. Let's see now. No, Ratty Patty is not going to Red Lobster every night. Kathy said it's every month or every 2 months. Yeah, Kathy told me that after she pays all her bills, her credit cards, and puts $300 into the car fund, she has $76 to live on for the month. So she's struggling. And yet Ratty wouldn't want her to pay for her own meal. I think that was really wrong. Can't use a phrase I want to use. But I did ask Kathy to stop telling me about going to Red Lobster because here I'm eating Meals and Wheels TV dinners while I crave a steak. And by the way, what I ate tonight was a shredded chicken burrito with guacamole and salsa and chips and some water and rice. They didn't give me beans. I didn't have any beans. I thought they were going to give me beans. So, but Ratty got a bunch of money and she loaned her son $700. You can kiss that goodbye. And then she got a bunch of money for the car, and then she has moved forward the driving without a license ticket a month. She has a month to go take care of that. So, thank you. I forgot there was one Latino guy working there, and I know the guy, the older gentleman who works there. How you doing? And I said, I see you got helpers, and he was kind of busy, so he just murmured, But he and I are friendly. I go in that aisle all the time, and but it was funny. These guys did not know what catnip is for, and yet they were working in the cat and dog aisle, the cat aisle. The cat aisle in Walmart here has cat food and cat treats along this aisle, and then kitty scratchers, kitty beds, kitty catnip, kitty flea spray, and they've now started to lock up the expensive flea treatments for dogs and cats because people are stealing them. And then they have a whole bunch of dog leashes, and dog bones and dog toys. And then the other side is dog food, wet and dry. And on the other side of that is all the bags of dry food and then cat litter. So, and cat bins and stuff. But when I say someone is black, that's just descriptive of who they are. That's nothing but racism. And anybody who thinks so is an idiot. I'll throw these up too. Let me look at this budget friendly can. Oh, look at this. Only pennies a day. 35 cents a day. And protect my loved ones from final expenses. Well, if you're on Social Security disability, you die, they just cremate you. There are no final expenses. They just cart you off. Never to be seen again by the demise of man. And I don't think there are many people out there that would give a damn if I die where I was. They would, yeah, we're going to show up at the grave of the guy from Pittsburgh. Not unless I become incredibly famous or something. There'll be a mausoleum and all that. And if I became rich, I'd probably make my mausoleum buy the plot of land and have a giant UFO beacon to signal the UFOs to take me home to the stars where we all came from at one point, given that we're created from cosmic matter, star material. Gives a whole new meaning to Ed McMahon's Star Search because we all came from the stars. And it blows my mind that ABC is now talking about doing a liberal version of Roseanne without Roseanne. And that's going to probably go over like a may go over with all the liberals that watch ABC. Who knows? Well, I think maybe in real terms, I might have 20 people that are real supporters of me or friends out of the 1,200 or so subscribers I have because I don't know how many of them are actually active, but I could be wrong. What do I know? I don't have 9 million listeners like Nori. Wish I did. I'd be rich. I talked to Kat about that. And she talked about how tired she is of being broke and poor and struggling for every dime and everything she has to get. And I said, well, let me quote to you from the impresario and showman Billy Rose, who said, I've been poor and I've been rich, and rich is better. And whatever idiot came up with the thing about money can't buy happiness, and even courtesans have said, yeah, but it makes you feel a hell of a lot better. So I saw Little Richard in a wheelchair, and he's living in a hotel, and that's where he permanently lives. And they cart him out, and they dash him across the lobby. And Lucky Farrell showed that he was in his car, and he was dressed nicely, and he had a comb in his hand, and he waved at her, and she waved back, and she felt like, well, that was the signal he was approachable, and she talked to him, and he blessed her. So, um, you got money, you have nice things and expensive cars, and have a retinue of people taking care of you, and you're not worrying about, am I going to starve? Or my cat's going to starve? Or can I do my laundry? Or can I afford to go somewhere? You just go. Thank you for that 6 weeks. But yeah, maybe you could put on the headstone, conqueror of the internet or something. The master is gone. The master is out. There we go. That's it. The master is out. You call me the master over here. The master is out. Just like what is her name? Lucy. Lucille Van Pelt and Peanuts. The psychiatrist is in. The master is out. You could actually have an out thing, like a little out sign with a slot, and on the back it would say in. And if I ever come back, it would turn to in. Maybe we need, instead of a printed sign or plastic sign, we need to go full techno with a headstone with a solar panel on the top and the digital. The master is in. And you could have really. There are restrictions in Jewish law, but Jewish cemeteries are letting people do this, although it's against the law in the Torah. They put pictures now of people on the headstones, which is something they never used to allow. So I figured maybe you have a digital picture of me or an LED picture of me and different scenes from my videos or something. Or and oh, wait a minute, we got to have one other thing. We'll have to have one of the alien heads protected in lucite that it would maybe flash on and off 24 hours a day. So the alien head would be beaming out to the aliens to signal them. I'm going to get up for a minute and open the door. I'm starting to get a headache from the heat. And my foot's going numb. Ugh. Oh. I just dropped the keyboard on my foot. So, you'll excuse me for a moment. I'm going to go and have this cup be unable to stand up. I'm going to go and put some ice in the glass for my drink of choice, Mr. Snapple, and then I'm going to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. These pants keep falling down. I lost so much weight they keep falling off me. Oh, okay. And I found 2 more books while I was back there. I will donate these to the library. This one and a George Carlin book. So read those, and I donated the Dave Barry book. So that's 2 more books to go bye-bye. Let's see. That's on. The Stefan is still talking with the Finnish coffee. So I already talked about the Finnish coffee. It either was A, poisoned, or it gone bad, or I'm allergic to it. I don't know which one without having a test. And the hospital said we can't test it for poisons. So in the coming week, I will find out if there's a way to test coffee for poison. But I ain't gonna try it again. That's for sure. Yeah, there's my drug of choice, peach Snapple. No hard Snapple. Whoa, that was an interesting piece of debris. Here is a fuzzy mouse. Fuzzy mousey and a fuzzy fuzzy something ball. So there's now, she loves this one thing with feathers. I got her from Walmart. And she loves that purely slinky thing, which is around her somewhere. And I will, little girl went outside. I will probably fold the bed up today at some point and vacuum. So, and on the list of things to do when we get a car, I've already told Kathy, oh, here's my light. Is you're taking me to Red Lobster. I'm sick and tired of Red Lobster. You're buying me dinner at Red Lobster. At the very least, the crab stuffed mushrooms, which I love. And I still have the $20 gift card for Stuart Anderson's Black Angus. When we get a car, we'll go over there and finally she'll have her prime rib and her mud pie, and I'll have a nice big juicy steak with mushrooms and baked potato, no sour cream. And they have a strange bread there, and then you get 2 side orders. I don't know what the hell it is. So anyway, that's what's going on. I think what I'm going to do, rather than take this guy, which would be a pain in the ass because he's very heavy, I think I'll just take the digital LED thing and plug him in. That will attract people to my channel if I do the YouTube videos. And the next convention I go to, I will have the iPad live streaming. And then I don't know how I'm going to have to find out T-Mobile if there's a way to do the MacBook. But if they have Wi-Fi in the hotel or the convention center, wherever it is, then I can go live on the MacBook or go live on the iPad. And then you'd see the one alien head behind me. Of course, if I had the wherewithal, I could have a custom designed case and get more alien heads and put them in the foam case, protected, and carry all of them with me like I'd be a sniper or something. Open up the case, you'd have the Mission Impossible music or something, and I would pull out each alien head like an old Mission Impossible, and set up all the alien heads behind me somewhere in the lobby, and people could see all 4 of them going on it. And if I ever get my complex done, my video room, I want to have this guy, but I want to have like a really big one made up, like 3 foot wide on a pedestal, and it would light up. It would flash on and off, maybe in different LED colors. But it tends to freak out the camera. So, because this thing is really bright when it's flashing, but it's not. It's not bright in certain colors, like red. Well, let me go in Safari and see what exciting stuff is going on. Oh, in the world. If I have Safari still open, I remember. And let's play the music again. And I did look up Uber and how to order Uber. So if I do that, I've got it set up to order a Uber car. They have a deluxe one. It's like $46 or $70. Must be the rich Uber people. Every time I think of the word Uber, I think of Attack of the Uber people or something. Okay. We'll go to. I forgot I can't type an X in this damn thing. Fox News' answer to school shootings is giant water cannon. How that works. Bernie Sanders takes job-killing stand at Disney workers rally. Uh-oh, here we go. Something here. Slaying may be latest link to John Benet Ramsey death case. Doctor's death. Samantha B. latest link to John Benet Ramsey death case. Doctor's death. Samantha B. keeping her job proves liberals getting special treatment. Couple found dead inside Las Vegas hotel room. Google set to end involvement in Project Maven or Maven. Tiger Woods is on leaderboard, chasing first win in 5 years. 2 hackers off El Capitan. Driver enters ball field, killing man linked to past hit and run. World's oldest cat celebrates milestone birthday. Well, that's news. Let's see, what's the oldest cat? Beep, 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 beep. Meow, 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 meow. And here's today's cat news. Meow, 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 meow. And in Safari, it's incredibly slow. For some reason, I don't understand. Works relatively fast in Firefox. Boy, is this thing crawl. Well, I guess we're not going to see the world oldest cat news for a while, like several days maybe. There it goes, finally. 30th birthday, wow. A pretty little, it looks like my Cuttlebug, Rubble, a British cat, the oldest in the world. He looks very much like my Cuttlebug. And he's been with Michelle Foster since she got him as a kitten on her 20th birthday. And Rebels now matched the age of the last world record holder. And he's very cute. And so here's another story. Dog missing in nearly a year. New Hampshire reunites with owners. He is one true survivor. So, animals will survive. Let's see what else here. Spot here. Race to find cure for rare virus that can cause leukemia. Dozens develop rare eye cancer in a case of baffling doctors. Startup takes on Google with self-driving car maps. $85 million apartment comes with a Rolls Royce and a trip to space. You can drive your Rolls Royce into space and have it next to that Elon Musk car, maybe. Let's see. Charlotte Fox, I'm not laughing, it's laughing ironic. Charlotte Fox, survivor of deadly Mount Everest expedition, dies after apparent fall downstairs. Ironic that is. Fishermen to hope catch catfish reel in massive alligator garden instead. Shark bites Florida fishermen after being released. Virginia reels in record-breaking catfish with $20 Walmart fishing rod. This one's amusing. Gigantic moose chases Utah golfers in viral video. A moose. Let's see. Toblerone tunnel becomes dangerous new body trend on social media. Whatever the hell that is. Arms family has a new video. Saltwater fishing in a storm. A1 debuts meat scent candles to fill your home with aroma of steak sauce and beef. I want one. Send me a meat sauce candle. I want one. Let's see. How to stop Facebook stalking, Amazon burglars, expediting videos, and more. Johnny Depp appears frail and gaunt and newly set for Instagram pictures. Death toll hits 5 in E. coli romaine lettuce outbreak. Let's see what else is here. New Mexico community evacuated as fire grows. Let's see. So that's it for that one. Let's see, am I talking in chat while I was looking? Now I guess I bored everybody to death. Okay. Now let's see about some paranormal news out there. Um, it's fluffy. It's fluffy. It's now time for fluffy. Fluffy. Love holding my board. Yeah. Love, love my beautiful. Love my beautiful. Oh, you got a burr in your tail. You have a burr in your tail, Mr. Oh, stop. Oh, I got it. I got it. I got it. Anymore? I don't think so. No, I got it. Hey, hey. I don't know what I would do if I didn't have my kitties. It would be so much harder when my kitties love my kitties. Love my kitties. Huh? Problem with you, Fluffy. I don't. You are so soft. I don't want that to go. No, no. I got my board. You look so cute. Fluffy. 6 week. I am so sleepy. The Church of the guy from Pittsburgh Sunday morning mass live stream. Well, we're not gonna have masses. My eyes aren't awake. I'm winging it here. This is the adrenaline of the service where I could quite easily lean back here, except I'd knock everything on the floor and just go to sleep. I think that's too much information, Stefan, about coffee and urinations. I'm going to remove that remark. Thank you. Please don't do that. Oh my God. Um, okay, no more colon comments either. Just enough. I mean, I had a bad reaction, or it was poison. I don't know, but you're getting way over. You're getting way overboard on this stuff, man. It's just like, oh my God, it's funny, but I don't know. People don't worry about somebody's colon. There goes another. He's upset with the coffee and the colon. I mean, I don't do coffee enemas either, so that's gonna happen either. God. Okay. Now this is the semi-awake service. Oh, by the way, the sky is blue and the sun is starting to come up at 5:20. What the hell is it? 5:28 in the morning. By the way, I know it's Sunday. What day is it, please? I haven't changed my calendar yet here. So I will do live. I will do ministry things when I'm ready. I have to have the website built. I have to have the complex built. I have to have a separate piece of land for the church. And I deleted the damn. I'm gonna have to find the. I'm gonna have to find the site with maybe a ministry. If I delete my email, I deleted everything, and I made a major mistake. I didn't save some stuff. So but, that will happen. Now another thing: if you're really homeless, sometime next year after the winter, I will pay for a train ticket for you to Denver, and you can come here for a visit, if nothing else. Maybe you can track down Johnny Depp and get him back to health, or so we can feed him burritos or something. He can bulk up a bit. But the George said the patented how not to eat diet. So, well, this is going over like a rock in a pond. It's got 5 people watching. I guess that middle of the night. Well, I think I'm going to end this because my nose is starting to object to my being awake, and my head is saying it's time for you to go to sleep. I wonder if my damn sinuses. Excuse me. It's really probably gross. But, that's something accomplished. You got 4 power strips clean. Oh, yeah. Well, the problem with that is that we aren't. Well, we should have a car by then, but then Kathy want. I don't know if you can. I guess you could fit 4 people in the Prius. Yeah, it could be you being Abram and Kathy. God help us. That would be interesting. And Kathy has issued you 6 weeks, so she thinks you're lying. So I guess she finally found out who you are, who you really are. No, we're not going to see Ratty Patty. I mentioned your or someone's suggestion that I apologize to Ratty Patty, and she said, "Why? Patty treated you like crap." That's not the word she used. She totally disrespected you on your birthday. So, in other words, Kathy doesn't feel like I've done anything wrong. Maybe we could have a barbecue. We just barbecue Ratty Patty. Put it on the spit, put an apple on her mouth, and wait till she's cooked, and then throw her away. Probably have the EPA sue us for pollution or something. Yeah, that's true. But I want you, if you show up here, to have some corroborating stuff that you got from the dark web, because that would ease my fears about you a lot. No, you can feast for weeks on the ratty wood. I am not eating ratty patty long pork. No. And there'd be a lot of pork with that butt. I'll tell you, there'd be, you talk about pork butt at Safeway, we're talking major pork butt here. Oh, by the way, there is one thing that's stupid. Patty found a bed for Kathy and told Kathy that when the people show up with the free bed, so she can get rid of the rotten bed she's got now, Kathy has to wear bra and panties. And Kathy's going, "What does it matter? I got to wear bra and panties." Patty's a control freak, and you must wear bra and panties because it looks terrible for your boobs to be sagging. I don't know why she's obsessed with her wearing panties, but Kathy's, "I'm not going to do that. It's stupid." Yeah, would eating ratty one be a cure for overeating? You would just eat one bite and be done with food forever? I don't know. The ratty patty version of the Dr. Atkins diet. One bite and you're done with food. You never want food again. I can't believe it. She went to wear her bra and panties when they deliver a bed. Like the guys delivering the bed will care. Now, I don't know if the ratty one will be with them or not. And so Kathy's got to wear a damn bra. She hates wearing bras. Yeah, my mother insisted she wear a bra. I don't know what these weird women who want you to wear a bra. At least one thing, I guess, it's lucky. They never told me to wear a bra. Yeah, patty marinade. There you ratty patty marinade. Ratty Patty barbecue sauce. We get a whole line of products for Ratty Patty. Feast for years, and you have freeze dried Ratty Patty and survival Ratty Patty packets that are freeze dried in those pouches. Meals not ready to eat. Well, we have now little girl back on the bed, Fuzzy on the bed, and Fluffy sitting on the cat. Hello, Fluff. He's very conscious of the camera. Fluffy sitting on the catnip scratcher and watching and talking to me. He's not saying anything. His mouth is going like that. Now Fluffy just went out the door. Yeah, you're right. Kathy had to wear undergarments and she got a boil back there, so I forgot about that. And for some reason, I went in the bathroom, the bedroom last night, and it felt like there were waves of heat in there, and there were waves of heat in the kitchen. There was nothing cooking in the kitchen. Very odd. A lady should, when strange me come to deliver her bed, a lady should not. Kathy does not dress in a provocative way, for God's sake. Knock that off. Kathy has a shirt on and a pair of shorts or a skirt, and she's just perfectly fine. Now, if you watched her video, she's fine. So she's not dressed in a provocative way. The reason she doesn't wear a bra, she's very busty and it's uncomfortable. She's not seduced. Excuse me, delivery man. I want you to seduce me. I want to seduce you. That's not happening. Come on. That ain't provocative. I'm not going to allow that comment to happen. Sorry. That ain't going to happen. Wait a minute. Another moderator? We only got one moderator. Me. Who's another moderator? How the hell do I get another moderator in here? That's bizarre. It says another moderator just handled this. What the hell? All right, Happy. If you don't stop, I'm putting you in a timeout. I told you to knock it off, and you won't do it. So that's the usual sexist, women-hating thing that men use as an excuse to rape or molest women. That women are being provocative deliberately when they're not. And I'm not going to allow that kind of talk in here, particularly about my girlfriend. You don't know Kathy. I do. I've known her for 41 years come October 31st, and she is not being provocative. So you want to leave, that's quite fine. But you're insulting me and you're insulting my girlfriend as if saying she's provocative because she's not wearing a bra. And some of them, lots of women don't wear bras in this country. You may think that a woman not wearing a bra is provocative on the face of it. That's not true at all. You don't have any right to judge my girlfriend. 6 Week has talked to Kathy. He knows Kathy. And I'm sure 6 Week would more than be willing to comment on Kathy. And she has never been provocative with him or anyone else that has talked to her. Because it's not in her nature to do that. She's not out there seducing, delivering them. I didn't block you, but put you in a timeout. Why do I always get these people obsessed with sexuality of me or Kathy or whatever? I don't understand that other than they're acting like a troll or, they're acting mean. And I've enjoyed Happy Kitty, but, Happy Kitty being in here, not Happy Kitty herself, but, going like, hello, you don't know my girlfriend, you've never met my girlfriend, you've never talked to my girlfriend, and yet you presume to, I can't think of the first word I'm trying to think of. You presume to, there we go, pass judgment on my girlfriend, and that's wrong. Now, 6 Week was never seduced by me, and I never tried to seduce 6 Week either, for the record. So there was no seduction involved. I was trying to get some money from his wife because I was in desperate straits some time ago, and that never happened because she wouldn't hear of it. But there was no seduction. This is not the seduction channel. Seduction of the innocent. We don't do that here. And at no point was there nudity. I take that back. We might have been in bed and we were talking 6 Week. We may have been nude in the bed, but it was not on camera nudity. We were nude because it was too damn hot in here. And after this broadcast is over, I will go to full frontal nudity on my bed with a blanket on top of me, except that they're lying on my nice soft blue blankie, so I'll have to use a different blankie. And Fuzzy and little girl are sound asleep, and I'm gonna have a problem because where am I gonna put my feet? Fuzzy loves to sleep on my foot pillow, and then I gotta stick my feet out in midair like this, and I can't get comfortable with it. So seduction, get God, provocative. The only guy I ever knew was provocative was Philip Carey talking about Granny Goose potato chips and Vicky Carr saying provocative and what's in the bag, Goose? So that's provocative. A potato chip is provocative, and the Granny Goose potato chips. But the ones in the 60s, the ones now don't taste the same because the company went bankrupt and another company started putting out Granny Goose. And there's a commercial on YouTube of Philip Carey. He was on a Western. He was the captain. I think it was Texas Rangers or something. Are you going up and up for Granny Goose? And he did say, I never know what to do. I don't know if they pre-cut it. He took the bag and he put it in his teeth and he tore off the top. It came off absolutely perfectly. And he reached in and got one potato chip. Are you grown up enough for Granny Goose? And he would ride off into the sunset. Great commercial. So, I'm getting sleepy. And I noticed that while I've been in here for, let's see, how long have I been in this? 2 hours and 17 minutes, not one donation. So I'm, always going like, you watch me, but know to give me money for alien time. I'll tell you right now, I'm going to do a video for the first hour, and if I don't see PayPal coming up on the screen, there won't be no more 12 hours of live video on the train. That's it. You're not going to donate. I'm going to sleep. So you want me to see me so much, live streaming at AlienCon, but I need money, and that's not going to work. So, what? Tan lines are provocative. It can be on the right woman. It depends on the right woman. If you're blonde and freckled and you've got an obvious tan line, that can be kind of sexy, but that's just my taste. And a bikini, I mean, how would you know you're tan lined if you're not wearing a bikini? A lot of women, you can tell the tan line down their cleavage because it's the difference in skin color. But I don't make a habit of staring at women's tan lines unless they happen to go in front of me, and I can't help but noticing because they're there. I don't go to the beach or anything either. So there are no beaches here. We have the bay, but it's kind of swampy. There's a little lagoon, little lake where people feed the birds, but there's sand there, but I would hardly call it a beach. And Kathy loves me, and she's not always respectful of me, uh, res, uh, respectful to me because she gets mad at me. But mostly it's banter back and forth, back and forth. I'm gonna go to sleep. Uh-oh. That was curious. Your connection is unstable. Please wait while we try to reconnect. So I don't know what that was all about all of a sudden. Well, we will see. If you come out here, we'll get you, me, and Patty, and not Patty, you, me, and Kathy in the car, and we'll go out there maybe with Auburn, maybe not. Kathy hasn't met Auburn yet, so depending on his schedule, we'll go out to, if anything else, for hamburgers at Nation. It's about $5 for hamburgers. Excuse me, fries are extra. And we'll see what I'm really mad, though, that I won't be able to take Kathy to lunch now. So we'll see what happens. It's up to Kathy whether she likes you or not. So, no, you don't understand. Going out with Patty is a double date. It's probably a triple date or a quadruple date. How big was she? How fat was she? Oh, she was so fat, I tell you. She was so fat, biplanes attacked her. Oh, I tell you, she was fat. Oh, she was fat. She's so fat that when she goes to the beach, there's a sign, continued on next beach. Oh, I tell you, she's fat. She's so fat, she's the only woman that wears 2 bikinis. Oh, I tell you, she's fat. Ratty is so fat, whales ask for her phone number. I tell you, she's fat. Well, with that, I will go. Oh, God. Always comes out the Ratty Patty. Yeah. Uh, Woke up at 2 o'clock and it's almost 6, so I'm sleepy. 6 week, have a good night. Get some sleep. Go hole up in a tree or something. Pretend you're a squirrel. And I read that nuts, the tannin in the nuts is poisonous because squirrels have developed an immunity. That's why they can eat raw acorns. Have a great day. This is George Senda, the guy from Pittsburgh. Be warm, dry, wet, or cool. Your choice. 6 week, I want you to have all 4 things happen today: warm, wet, dry, and cool. Go ride the streetcar in the nude and see if you're provocative. The D car. Just kidding. And maybe that streetcar goes to the mysterious airport with the demon horse. And this is George Senda, the guy from Pittsburgh. I can't even talk. I gotta go to bed. Guy from Pittsburgh, or I used to be. Have a great morning, and I'll catch you next time. I'm out of here. Bye bye for now.